The man who would be premier, and the one that the polls suggest very well could be come next May, drew battle lines for the election today. NDP leader Adrian Dix spoke to the Union of BC Municipalities convention in Victoria, and he was well received by the hundreds of local politicians who have gathered here from across the province. Things didn't go quite as smoothly, though, when Dix met with reporters afterward. The NDP leader pledged to repeal the province's balanced budget law, calling it absurd, since the Liberals have not balanced the books for years. Or is that what he said? CTV's Andrew Johnson reports.
It's going to be tough for you guys.
A noticeably perspiring NDP leader Adrian Dix emerges from a marathon media scrum that took a detour about here.
If you form government, can we expect you to balance your budget, or?
Well, I think that that would clearly be the goal. But and we've seen this over the past 4 years. It's kind of a Monty Python sketch. You know, we have a balanced budget law and we never balance the budget.
When questioned by reporters at length about what exactly he means by that, Dix eventually suggests he would repeal the law.
So you're not going to have a balanced budget law?
I'd rather have balanced budgets than balanced budget laws.
I haven't heard an actual clear answer yet.
It's better to not have a law than have a law that you change and give yourself a loophole every time it gets in your way.
The finance minister was quick to question why Dix would eliminate the law designed to keep spending in check.
What is Mr. Dix and the NDP got planned that requires him today, as one of the few specific things he would say, that he doesn't want to be bound even by that imperfect instrument?
I think that local government's role...
Earlier, Dix had the attention of hundreds of BC mayors and councillors when he said the province needs a prosperous economy driven by the private sector, and that revenue from the carbon tax should be used to fund local projects. He also took a shot at the Premier's decision to cancel the fall session at the legislature.
I wanted to acknowledge our local government critic, Harry Lally, and all the MLAs here, NDP, Liberal and Independent. It's great that MLAs can get together in the fall.
The leaders of cities and towns, big and small across the province, will hear from the Premier tomorrow, although most say they're not expecting much in the way of more money for municipalities. Saanich Mayor Frank Leonard was quoted earlier this week saying there's no hope for anything in Christy Clark's speech. Today, Leonard says he isn't expecting the Premier to promise a bigger piece of the provincial pie.
No, I think we're all realistic about that. I think that in a lot of ways we can work together. It doesn't cost money.
Christy Clark will extend her hand to municipal leaders tomorrow morning at 11. Andrew Johnson, CTV News, Victoria.